Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Okay, and good day to each and everyone. So, in these videos, this will be our first video lectures for this subject. He is 66. Sorry for our previous lectures that not be completed, no? So it is because I have seven subject preparation. So I was not able to discuss it simultaneously. So that's why um, I I was failed to discuss it. Okay. Discuss these lectures. Now supposedly these lectures is actually our preliminary topics, but since yun nga, failure tayo since I have many preparation. So, ginawa ko na lang is nag-start na lang ako ngayon as a midterm coverage. Okay, using our prelim coverage. But since no, malit lang naman actually yung kuan natin dito, coverage of our topics here. So, siguro kaya-kaya natin tong tapusin. Okay, from midterm coverage, okay, hanggang final coverage. Okay, so yun. So, EE66, you will usually, in this EE66, we are actually talking about the feedback and control system. Okay, so a feedback and control system. When you say feedback, those circuit or conditional circuit in which, or conditional blocks in which we are actually correcting or changing the output of some system to more ideal output. Ibig sabihin, hindi naman ideal, but most closely sa ideal. Pero although mahirap to siya kasi um, no, lahat naman siguro ng ideal output or ideal outcome should be based on hard process. In fact, wala naman sigurong ideal na system. Okay, but we are as a designer, no, or as an engineer, we are actually having the system as more closely sa ideal, no, para makuha natin yung proper regulation niya, okay, or yung tinatawag nating efficiencies ng system natin. Okay, so in other words is we are actually having the control to control the system. Okay, so yun. Okay, so we have here an introduction. So, many new application of feedback control were developed during World War II, such as radar-based anti-aircraft gun control, rocket flight control, pilotless reconnaissance flights over Germany. No? So, yun. Some of the application of feedback is this one. Okay, so during World War II, diyan actually nagsimula yung mga scientists to fully upgrade their equipment into more ideal one, no, using this feedback approach or feedback and control system approach. Okay, so we have here nowadays feedback control is an enabling technology in most industries, no. So for example, we have here, no, some of the application of feedback system is itong aerospace, no. We have usually itong ginagamit sa sa panlalawigan, sabi nila, no. Okay, so ito yung autopilots, open loop unstable jet fighters, no. Yung ginagamit dito, ginamit yan actually sa, yung idea na yan actually is ginamit sa World War II. Yung rockets, no, same. Okay, we also have here process control, no? We have here electric arc furnaces, continuous blending processes, and nuclear reactors. Yes, tama, no? Chemical reactors. Yung nuclear reactors actually it is a very dangerous system. Okay? So that's why some of the scientists or engineers that handle these types of system act, system applies what we call the feedback and control system. Okay, so chemical reactors. Okay, we also have here electronics, no, applicable sa electronics. So we have here op-amp circuit, phase lock loops, hard disk drives. Okay, so yun. So these are just some of the examples of its application. Pero marami pa yun siya actually, no? So we also have here manufacturing automation, no? So we have robotics, no? Nowadays, most of the application or most of the industrial companies have their own robotics machines in which they do some important work, no, on their particular station or area, no. So we also have here CNC mills, no. Okay, so a feedback control system is a system whose output is controlled using a measurement as a feedback signal, no, as I have said. This feedback signal is compared with a reference signal to generate an error signal, yun, as I have said, which is filtered by controller to produce a system and control input. So, ibig sabihin nun, no, as you can see here dito sa diagram natin, as we move from this input papunta dito sa output, meron tayong tinatawag dito na error, no? Where that error is based on itong part na to dito, yan yan actually yung ginagamit natin to compare the output here papunta rito, din binabalik natin siya sa input to compare the error and this input here, this output here, no? So after that, no, based on this diagram here, after we compare the output and the error here, so that's why using this controller here, we have to control that error to precisely uh, have a more corrected output here. Then after that, actuator, then plant, then after that, output na naman. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng feedback, no? This feedback system here, okay, this feedback system here is actually its application or its job is to correct or to output or to some have output here and to compare it with the input here and to produce an error. Okay, so yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Okay, so yun, basahin nyo lang to siya. This statement here actually talks about, okay, this statement here talks about this one here. Okay? So yun. We have here an objective of feedback control, no? The first one or the first are these objectives are the main objectives of feedback control is to ensure that the variables of interest in the process or system thought of as an output signals, either track reference trajectories, that is yung mga servo or tracking, okay, or maintain close to their set points called regulation na naman. Okay, so yun yung mga objectives ng feedback control, no. We have to ensure that the variables of interest in a process or a system is actually consistent, no. So yun. Okay, so the first one here is no, yun yung objectives ng yun yung objectives ng feedback control systems. We have here the second one here is talks about why we need to have a feedback system. Okay, so this one here talks about that one. We have why do we need the feedback anyway? No, fundamentally for three reasons. The first reason is to counteract this disturbance signal affecting the output. Yun, as I have said kanina, no, naturally talaga, no, ang phenomenon talaga ng isang system is may mga disturbances talaga na nangyayari, no. So to counteract that disturbances, okay, we need a feedback system. Okay, that's why kanina pinakita ko sa inyo yung feedback, no, na nanggaling sa output, yung feedback system na nanggaling sa output natin then papunta siya sa input na naman, no, to counteract the disturbances here. Ito yung disturbances na sinasabi ko, D sub of T. Now, as you can see here, may disturbances dito, may disturbances din dito. To counteract these disturbances here, we have to compare this output here papunta dito sa input and to generate an error. Okay, that error is to be controlled, then yun. Okay, so output na naman tayo. Yun yung feedback system. Okay, So, ito yung examples ng number one, no? Counteracting the disturbances. Ito yung example niya. Basahin niyo na lang. Number two na reason why we need feedback is that to improve the system performance in the presence of model uncertainty. Okay? So, to improve the performance of the system. No? So, since as an engineer, as a scientist, no, we need to improve or we need to sinasabi nila na tinatawag nilang we need to generate more precise way or more precise function or operation of a system, no? So yun. So yan actually yung the other reason why we need feedback, okay? So yun. Number three is to stabilize the unstable plant. Now, if we have a plant or if we have a important output, if for us to be able to stabilize that one, we need actually a feedback system. Okay? So yun. So basahin na lang natin din tong example niya. So 1.3 naman is control a system technology, actuator, sensors, controller. So in order for us to stabilize the system, we need these technologies here. We have here the actuators, the sensors, and the controllers, no? Actuators is those devices where it actuates or it performs the said operation. Okay. Then sensors is those devices where it sends or it gives a signal to the actuators to perform some task, no? So yun. Controllers naman is to control the operation of the actuators. Okay, so yun. We need that three devices to stabilize the unstable plant. Okay? So yun. So I think this will end our discussion here. No, if you have any question about these topics, just ask it to me. Okay. So once again, I'm very sorry for our previous topics. Now supposedly we will discuss this on our preliminary coverage, but since I'm too busy with simultaneously giving a lecture about this one, so I just uh okay, choose that I will we will have this lecture on midterm exam, in which now we already have this one. Okay, so that's it. No, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.